Patrol, they are what the word in the bay. But fancy my chetty for the meeting for Aquaba. And Fambra. Interestingly, the Champions League drew a critical stage where there are a lot of things that needs to be done. And Sana went me across the path that I could remove to the final GDSU now. So there are a lot of legitimate questions you to me Ebusa in and around the quality of players. I expect some bit me are dying or more di. Edi ache wiase afana nyina starting from Enumre to the main final Ibakusi wo Emenek. Yedi come or tie for ni ahwefo ni hunu say the lack of Champions League say Kodiama a new winner as at this time of the competition, you know. Fancy any news. Now, one particular thing a bit me in favor of either Arsenal and now Paris Saint-Germain. A bit me edi amamubia. Because Paris Saint-Germain NJ Champions League ni bida. Arsenal NJ Champions League ni bida. Itu omumi enu ni go afan. Ana Barcelona na the Champions League no enum. Any Inter Milan na waje Champions League ni miensa. Eso faako. Itikare Paris Saint-Germain ni Arsenal game na a battle of equals.
Yes.
Because omumi enu ni nyina no. This particular stage of the competition no baby so mutimi tra ko do animo a ne je no wo. But there has been bittersweet stories attached to Paris Saint-Germain and their story with the UEFA Champions League. There is no way we can play the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League without the stories or the beautiful stories that are attached to such a competition. Fancy. The bittersweet stories we are talking about the UEFA Champions League with Arsenal and the Paris Saint-Germain ejina say Arsenal in their quest to become a team that is known to be very competitive in the history of the Champions League this omutimi GBDC omonaso. Na jino mbeji DSC omonaso no empempi na no omokwa quarter final round of 16. Yehu so omobo semi final ni bi no back to 2005 2006 after the semi final they went to the final and they lost to FC Barcelona. Yeba 2009 against Manchester United. And yenye hunu die see Arsenal entimi an qualify to the next stage of the competition, especially in the semi-final.
Yeah.
Then fast forward, Obabe said Mikel Arteta befa team no. There has been a lot of better moments for Arsenal, especially in the league and other cup competitions where they believe say omu project from phase 1 to phase 2 to phase 3 no and kedrum pempe so say e wasanka Arsenal etimi edu the semi-final or the final of the Champions League. But me no say fancy. The last two editions, the first step of Arsenal moving to the quarterfinals of the Champions League and Mikel Arteta. FC Bayern Munich ni free. But this time around, no, wetimia try another hurdle. Akwa kopiemu into the semi-final, meaning last season, baby, omudru any this season, no, we're taking one leap. PSG last season, in the semi-finals of the Champions League, ni omudi free mo. But I feel we must have a remu to the semi-final, meaning consistency aye adwuma.
Yeah.
So consistency aye adwuma then there is a need to move to a different step when it comes to the Champions League, going to the final. It is this work is here and the two teams no. The historical nature of the competition and these two teams. Bako, the last time I saw the format of the Champions League, the prelims no. Extended the number of teams after say Yugoslavia no a French team energy the Champions League in the shape of Olympic Marseille, Basil Boli, Abedi Pele, Omo energy sa champions. That still remains the only Champions League title a room of French Krumo. Now the battle line has been drawn. A new format has been opened in the Champions League. You see the new Champions League no matter as a beam. Is it going to be the time again for French football to win the Champions League? It will use a new press conference about the English Premier League. Any teams so much more. Anyhow, they will need to prove everybody wrong about the French League. The first step in Liverpool no, Aston Villa no. Because we are final.
Okay.
Final also there. One game, a two-legged affair. It's the last game. And you could win or not. The last time so Luis Enrique did treble no, you will call fast to do the treble. and coaches are aka competition we mu no coaches mienu pe and etimi age the treble no Hansi Flick and Luis Enrique. So the experience of playing in the Champions League where they are solid. Omabo final ni bida. Bayern Munich na yede. Na one na coach Hansi Flick. Arsenal, the last time they eliminated Real Madrid, they were in the finals of the UEFA Champions League. In Munich, a new team is supposed to win it. The last 3 times a new team free England. Let's not forget that the Pope has its own issues and a lot of luck attached to it. But the new teams in one semi new teams in Nottingham Forest, Borussia Dortmund, and Chelsea.
Yes.
English teams say
101.3.
The opportunity is why they that is away from the clubs and their history and what they will be expecting from these histories to push them to go forward and qualify for the Champions League final. By coaches in the it's going to be a bittersweet moment for Mikel Arteta. Akoda we free la masse abe PMO France. Abubo PSG kakra. And then the 18 months he spent at PSG. But he's always proving himself to be one particular person that have gone through the ranks and come up to this stage to become a top coach. Already in the league format, Omashe Paris Saint-Germain by 2-0. Yebobo no way. Yebobo no England. We say so your first leg no England, your second leg no France. So the opportunity to also continue to prove himself. Say if as a player, I could not become your superstar, I could not become the man. As a coach, maybe this time around, I don't know. Mem Mwameku, na me dia shekronim, me miaso den, amana ya oya. Eho, ano de nam. Luis Enrique so betina se akase. He has faced a lot of, but now Michael be a story about the bad girl no. Nini issues na attach. And I believe football has also given Luis Enrique a chance, just like football has given Hansi Flick a chance to redeem himself. Because this is a coach after Barcelona, no, shebebi awakoko nyina. And komoni e bibia including a World Cup exit at Morocco yi ni film. Otimi ko gina suru nyina na microphone kura no kasa na mun training mun yese e ko wiase na Morocco yi no. But we've seen him with the Spanish national team at the Nations League. But standard that you didn't name Luis Enrique ni coach ni baby odi kodru ye no. I feel the perfect moment to continue to earn the respect which was lost at some point in time on the career mo no. It will also will be a or the bemaye. Now with the possible lineups of these two teams. Say Sabrak betimi aboya. Ni ehwe key battles bi a me pese ehwe kakra.
Because Obianim say Arsenal come without Partey.
Without Partey.
Yeah.
Iti ene you komo bebre edi from this particular aspect. Now, in this particular scenario, you share the other screen you see. Donnarumma, Nuno Mendes, Pacho, Marquinhos, Hakimi, Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, Ousmane Dembele, Bakola, Kvaratskhelia, Ousmane Dembele.
Bakola honona. Question mark
Desire Doué.
Ono na report no che say or your favorite
so bet started this particular game. Yeah. But this is an away game, so I'm expecting because share English games now makona ko boni nyina na against Liverpool ko ko away no Bakola na a starting game no. Aha, but mu bo fi na ana akola na omo manage no.
Yeah.
Kakra omo person mo the pressure bia be dey. And sometimes bo away game you need your best to come from the bench. To deliver most of the time and get you the results. Liverpool ko ye bi o pari omo so ye bi wa. Because Desire do a bar game ni no obedani bibia. And against Aston Villa we saw what also happened. So you need to do that. But line up there ma we circle baby and Nuno Mendes wo. Let's circle baby and Dembele wo. Then yan kwa Arsenal, yan hwa de bi kakra. Se ko the Arsenal team omu de be si aka nyame adom and nwura Lewis Kelly, Kivio, Saliba, Timber, Raya Beda post me. Mikel Merino.
And so be free anymore ba.
Seko Mikel Merino de no. Na Declan Rice, na Martin Odegaard, na Leandro Trossard, na Bukayo Saka, na Martinelli. But baby abe Seko ma me no, Seko Lewis Kelly, na Seko Declan Rice, na Seko Merino fama me. The entia me ball Dembele, any Nuno Mendes ne say, the edi kan. Yen never could game in terms of the movement of Ousmane Dembele up front for Paris Saint-Germain. Normally, no, what Dembele does near say because on enough for anytime he moves away. So we're a typical example of PSG ni Aston Villa. So PSG ni Aston Villa no over here, Rebecca Dembele ababejina to link up play and connect with the players, no, freeing up a lot of space behind him. PSG could exploit. Then there are other videos so Shadrack Betimi Aboya. You look at the movement now, and there was a still picture of Shadrack when Arsenal played Paris Saint-Germain. Arsenal centre backs name did Dembele. So this was even against Liverpool or Anfield. Abra, they started the build up from the back, and you see where Dembele actually, where Dembele in them or Dawachi Kunate.
Yes.
Meboa.
Yeah.
Or da Kunate. Yensheka Krebi within a few seconds. PSG street shape. About with 3-3-2. 3-3-2. That means two attackers in here or no. Any the rest. I'm not drop it the aba. Shebebi obe free aba from the center forward role. I'm become Fifio just to initiate and help in possession and push the ball forward. Yes, and one was a mistake now center back ni Johnny Dinechia. Sa to krona abeja wono hwe bia kwa scalia. Any desire to do it and abakola kose
omoye movement more.
Iti to krona abeja no ho no. Eho and they are going to exploit. Now he goes to the wings. Was I switch from the wings no? I'm a right back in Hakimi. Abe occupy. Look at it. Iti Arsenal players no enemy busawo. Omo de mikatentema na se omo de den elebedi Ousmane Dembele chi because they will need to be very careful in making sure say omo nko committee enko fa asem bia mfambre omo ankasa ho na in the long run no issues enko fa spaces bi metoto omo chi ema the likes of Kvaratskhelia any desire do it or even Bako enko fa ball no enfa entonet eneni ade bako away from Dembele no de no omo ni Arsenal boy me who said the center backs the Gabriel Magalhaes mo gina fa ko. They don't move because when you move here, they will commit. Aha! I love this. So, in a normal sense, PSG style in your man and nothing changes from their style and whatever they want to do. So, this is Arsenal. PSG tries some possessive ball, no 1-2-1-2. But look at Arsenal center backs, no. And fancy, none of them is making a move.
To me.
To follow. Even the attacker said the bear ebako wiase no. Another issue will crop up and a sorry at the etiaom. Away from Dembele, young court player Bakwa Mekase Musason Sekubium, Nuno Mendes. Oni Bukayo Saka. Or check the first leg of the Paris Saint-Germain. Any Arsenal game now, Nuno Mendes are more attacking positions. Because on him saw more attacking positions are. And Shea Bukayo Saka Mobetia Sinechi. I'm on a recovery, no. Obetimi abre already. We're winning the battle between only Mohamed Salah. Correct. Oba ye no. Wabeha Marcus Rashford mo de ni bia bagbo bi emu ye den man kakra.
Yeah.
Against Aston Villa. In the first leg, it was just a normal duty for Nuno Mendes. Even though she go crampo. But in the second leg, the performance is not dropping kakra against the likes of Marcus Rashford. So now Nuno Mendes against Bukayo Saka, one big test at the mano. Bukayo Saka, inside, outside, crosses, everything was solid. It's where the first leg no more say, you know. Shebebi Nuno Mendes jina. Abra PSG, in possession I tackle PSG. In a normal sense, when PSG is attacking a team like Arsenal, and come be then Nuno Mendes be more like a winger in this particular kind of role. But Shebebi Ojina, or careful. Bukayo Saka so na at the end done so no. Ogoro hona boni bedi Bukayo Saka ho. Nane nenshia wasubeshi. Okay. Ufisa battle na. Mary Declan Rice. And Nobebo as 6. And Nobebo as 8. Partey Ucl. The moment there is Partey, then the role of Lewis Kelly ebe boa Declan Rice in the number 8 role. The entire makers assembly say, okay, thank you very much for this video. Shadia bika kano apostle hamame. Now, in this instance, Arsenal are in possession. This was against Tottenham Hotspur. Now, Obian himself, Lewis Kelly, inverted. The moment Lewis Kelly inverts and there's Thomas Partey, that means we will ball with the double pivot. That means Arsenal will go with the 3-2-3-2. 2 up front, 3 wingers, then over by 50, another 2 midfielders. No more Mojuma. It in this case, no one say Partey Ucl killing about the double pivot to the Arsenal. Why is Declan Rice in the number 8 position? But there is no Thomas Partey today. It's Yabasana, why never Partey Ucl Lewis Kelly I inverted. Now why an about 8 because you say about 8 against Real Madrid FIA. Both legs. We saw Declan Rice to be the best player on the pitch at the end, both legs on a man of the match. So the energy and everything he offers Arsenal in the middle of the park are very key in this aspect. My fancy. Then what about Marino? Oman Timmy and Mom who and Takuni said your city hard now as was Sheba. But I believe the first leg, Arsenal were the missiles. Arsenal were a tactically a good manager in the shape of Mikel Arteta. I will see another good game, will be a game of tactics. But I don't think Arsenal able to game no fear Nyame Adomene. Arsenal will either win the game or they will draw. If Paris Saint-Germain will even qualify, and yet the Emirates and Paris Saint-Germain will be able to qualify. They will have to go to their French and Mufio Parc des Princes and now Hono Omakako Yom Majuma. But they have the quality to match Arsenal. But Arsenal lose game we for that is where I will draw the line. Say it will be very difficult. Double chance for Arsenal in this particular encounter.